The Rams and the Ravens. This is 7.5 in favor of the Ravens at home against the Rams. 44.5 is your total. Ravens coming off of a bye. We see the Rams scoreboard isn't quite as indicative of how that game went as the final shows, but still a good win for the Rams. And a Rams offense that was able to go out and pick apart a Browns defense that we thought was really good, Mike. And so here come the Ravens. If you're power rating teams out there, you and I do it every single week. You're probably having the Ravens inside the top 5. There's probably not a scenario in which they aren't facing off here, but they're on the other side of a touchdown. What you think?
This is a teaser leg for me. Last week we talked about the teasers early. We had the Thursday night game with the Thursday night game with Dallas into the Monday night game with Jacksonville. That teaser was not available when it was Tuesday morning, right? That one went off the board very quickly. I don't think this one flies through. I think you're going to see some resistance when we get to that like 8.5 number on the Ravens side. But I'd like to lock this one in today. So as we run through this, I'll see if I can find a second teaser leg.
Yeah, it is. It's a Ravens squad here that if you look, it's built a little different than what you get from the Browns today in a good way, right? Like it is a defense that is I'm not going to say every bit as good as the Browns, but maybe as good as the Browns defense showed today. So you think so you think you get a better effort on that side. And then this Ravens team can score, right? I mean, this Ravens team's not going to do what the Browns did today, where there were a couple of little stall outs here. Though to give Flacco his credit, he played pretty well. I think this is a great teaser leg. Getting this to a 1.5 on this Ravens team, I think is really, really good. Ravens outside shot at the 1 overall seed there in the AFC as well. Actually, I shouldn't say outside, a good shot at the number 1 overall seed should things break their way. So 1.5 here, Mike. We'll try to find a dance partner, but like you said, I think that getting them down to a 1.5 here coming out of this bye, their defense, I think is at this point, from what we saw from the Browns today, got to put the Ravens at least in the same conversation. And then certainly from an offensive perspective, you're going to take the Ravens offense 10 times out of 10 over the Browns.
Yeah, the Ravens offense should be a lot. I mean, their difference between Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson is exponential, right? It's much more dynamic. Keaton Mitchell going to get more carries for this Ravens offense as well. He looked good. We saw Zay Flowers get 2 touchdowns against San Diego last week. This is a team that's going to have some momentum here off the bye, and they've got a lot to play for as well. Now, the Browns had quite a bit to play for trying to make the playoffs today, but this Ravens team wants that number 1 seed. They have a legitimate shot to get it depending how everything breaks out, and if Kansas City loses tonight, that could be a big shot for the Baltimore Ravens. So I think you're going to see a very good effort here off the bye. Should get a little healthier on the defensive side of the ball as well. I don't really love the Ravens winning by margin because they've struggled to win by margin against a lot of teams, but in a teaser leg, -1.5, I think it's a great play.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.